The last time Bitcoin printed this signal, well, not only was a macro low in, but essentially it was probably the best buy of the bull market. And what I'm talking about, is in fact this signal right here. And this has become quite a meme of the market. And of course, there's no guarantee, but I'm betting on Bitcoin and calling, this a bit of a healthy correction. There's a lot of fear out in the market, but I think when people are fearful, well, that is the time to be greedy. In fact, the fear and greed index coming in at a 29 right now. So we're in the fearful zone in a bull market. Typically, those are going to be buying opportunities. Again, not saying the price can't go lower, and I will be showing you exactly how I will be dealing with longs and shorts at the moment. So if you enjoy some of the content, make sure you smash the like button and join our Discord, get the VIP trade signals, and check us out at Crypto Courses. All right, there's a shill of the day. Now that that's done, what's the big news of the day? Inflation falls 0.1% in June from the prior month, helping the case for lower rates. So you would have thought all the bulls would have came out here and started laughing or lashing out their teeth, but in fact, this is what the bulls look like. And here's what I'm talking about. As that news was announced this morning, of course, there was a bit of a pump at about 6 a.m. I just had a client hysterically laughing, saying, oh, you're probably not up yet by the time I get up. 4 a.m. every day is the time for me. Needless to say, U.S. market open on the news. You got this pump right here, and we rallied into the pump. I heard a bit of a good advice yesterday. Somebody said, look, if we pump into the inflation news and we're bullish, I'm going to sell, and vice versa. If we dumped into the news, then he would buy. Anyways, long story short, this was the pump this morning. News hit. Everybody gets bullish. Market maker throws it back down. And just quickly looking here on the 15-minute time frame, getting a bit of a bounce here on declining volatility. If we do post another lower high at this zone here at the 382, in fact, usually those bounces are a little bit higher, in fact. So I wouldn't be surprised, but any kind of a rejection on the 15-minute time frame below this high at 58,500, that's going to be more on the bearish side, and downside pressure as long as we're below there on the shorter term time frames. 4-hour time frame, we did print a pretty death-defying bearish engulfing candle. So we're getting a bit of a backfill. It's been a choppy, tough market. And yeah, stocks doing this today. Stock market down. And here's what it is. Stock market news, why tech stocks are falling after the cool inflation report. So you would have thought, hey, look, lower inflation. Powell's going to lower rates. He's accomplishing his goal, getting month over month inflation for the last 3 months, down from 3.1% to 3% last month. Well, he's doing his job, and then he can cut rates and stimulate the economy. What Barron's Magazine is saying is that collectively, the Magnificent Seven stocks were down $535 billion in market cap. Their greatest one-day decline since September 13th. Losing $500 billion. Traders appear to be rotating away from the big winners of the recent years. Again, Magnificent Seven: Tesla, Amazon, Alphabet, Apple, Microsoft, Meta platforms. So I don't know what these guys are thinking to me, but maybe potentially they're thinking that there's going to be a bit of a rotation in some of those underperforming stocks. And here's where I'm expecting actually the descent of NASDAQ to get, over the next day or so. We are printing some bearish divergence. Now, noting that 200 simple, and I'm going to get back to that on the Bitcoin chart and exactly what that signal is. So make sure you stay to the end here. But overall, on the daily time frame, you are getting that bearish divergence from this point and this point. 2 drives and probably gets you a shot down to the test the support range right there. if not even to fill the gap. I mean, market's been on a tear, taking some short-term profits. You wonder where those stop losses get kicked in. Also keep in mind, coming up soon is earnings. So earnings season is up here, and sell in May and go away. Well, it is now July, so maybe a little bit late for that. But sell in July, come back in the last quarter of the year. Maybe that's the situation. Lot to talk about today, so I'm going to try and make this one quicker than not. And why I'm bullish and kind of where I'm, again, what signal am I talking about is this, where you are below the 200 simple moving average. You break above it, come back for the retest and bull party, right? Breaks above it, comes back for the retest, and it is a bull party. And all you got to do is have that daily bullish divergence. And what is hidden bullish divergence, where the price is making lower lows? Look, you can see this as a slew of lower lows in comparison to this low right here. So I'd call it 1, 2, 3, maybe four drives. Well, the RSI, it would really help, is making higher lows, right? So if you mark off and you look from this pivot, by the way, we have a link on TradingView on, if you want to learn how to set up TradingView just like we have it set up, there is a link in the YouTube channel, section, and you can go to the website, bitcoinadvisors.com, and visit the help center or the resource center at the top of the page. Anyways, so are we going to get that bullish divergence on Bitcoin, and where does it come from, and where are we at now? Everybody's talking about the RSI is oversold and blah, 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 blah. The bear case right now is we reject this 200 SMA, put in another lower high, and, probably looking at a great buying opportunity at 52,692. I would be looking for a short-term bounce there, and then bounces along the way with an easy way to manage the risk. So the 618, and then the next level down coming in at 46.9. Remember that production cost chart, Bitcoin production cost chart, that it did drop around 46,000 bucks. So could price nibble down there one time for a snap? Absolutely. About 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks left in the month here, and then we'll be going into August, and then it will almost be time for the market to heat up. And I was just reading this, CPI data. Trump's going to be speaking at the Bitcoin Magazine 2024 conference. I remember I went to the Miami conference. I think they're holding it in Nashville this year. So the choice has never been more clear. Look at this. I should retweet this. I think I will. Here we go. Repost. Definitely what I am thinking as well. So I think I will leave us off with that. And no, I wanted to go around the market and take a look at the other narratives, because we do have this article as well. The ETH price stalls at 3,000 as Bloomberg announces the new Ethereum ETF's launch date. So Ethereum price failed to establish stable support above the 3,000 level. Before I forget my thoughts here on Bitcoin. And that major buying opportunity coming in right around the 618, anywhere in this zone, is this. One, we want to see that bullish divergence on the daily time frame, right? So we have, call it one drive, coming back, actually from this low right here, you would have 1, 2, 3. where is it technically confirmed now? I mean, this could be a really big move, and this could get us all the way back to the top side of the range, and that's why it's questionable. Do we take the long now, or do we wait for, lower prices? And with the result of the stock market today, I mean, I think that's in order as well. And be looking for kind of a major, more defined. I mean, that bullish divergence is in there, man. Stokes are up. Are we getting the jewel printing a buy? Not a perfect buy signal. So again, price is making lower lows there. Yep. And it's coming back from this low right here. Then you would call it multiple drives, multiple drives. And so I guess the 5-day volatility play, the bullish case is this, guys. As soon as we reclaim the 200, more specifically that 60,000, call it 60,200 clip on the daily time frame, if we can close back above there, that is going to look good for that run back at 65.5, and that would be your 236 fib. That would be your 236 fib, and then we would judge it for a lower high from there or not. I do think the bounce could get all the way back to the top side of the range, in fact. So that's why it's so imperative, if you've got sideline money, hey, be conservative and be patient and have a zone in mind. Say, okay, I'm going to buy off the 618 or the 786 and look at, or jump back in the market, if you're a shorter term trader and you're bullish and you want to ride that up to 65, 66,000, easy trade if you ask me. But this is a general guide. The 200 simple moving average, as long as we have a positive slope and Bitcoin is closing above it, generally we're going to be in a bull market. And, looking back at the halvings, right, the past prior halvings, nope. Am I going to put the drawings back on? Oh, I removed them. No, I got to take that back. But again, we get the halving consolidation. Look, we're above the 200 simple, the break above, the retest, and bang. Where is another good example? Okay, we lost it here, but broke above, retested, and just onwards and upwards on the daily time frame. Very, very bullish price action above the 200 simple, below it, relatively negative. But this correction, in my opinion, is more on the healthy side and more in line with our longer term macro target above $200,000, which is going to be that 4236 fib. That is our parabolic blow off top target, which has been met on every macro bull market in Bitcoin's history. So that's the exciting news. What else is on the table right now? And that's Ethereum. So Bitcoin made a new all-time high. Ethereum has not made a new all-time high yet this year. So just taking a look at ETH. For it to make a new all-time high, going in line with this ETH, the Ethereum ETF, 3K, Bitcoin stalls. Okay, this is the main thing. Bloomberg analysts had hinted that the SEC could approve the Ethereum ETF for official trading on July 15th. So is it going to be buy the rumor, sell the news type of event? Obviously, somebody talking about Ethereum closing below the bottom side 200 band on the daily time frame, and I wouldn't mind taking a look at that. ETH, and let's see what volatility is doing. So volatility is now, who knows how old that chart was, but let me get rid of this. To be fair, Ethereum looks more bullish than Bitcoin at the moment. As long as we were above that $2,800 level, clear line of sight back up to the next kind of major node here, coming in at 3,300, back above there and above the trend line, is going to look good for a breakout and at least a retest of the highs. You can see Ethereum did not make a lower low on the last pass. Unlike Bitcoin, which did make a lower low. Reminding me to check in on Bitcoin dominance, which is taking a leg down. So more money coming into those altcoins. And the question is, what altcoins are going to pump? And is Ethereum going to start to outperform Bitcoin? If we get the Bitcoin dominance breakdown, that's when traditionally you will see the Ethereum price outperform Bitcoin. So I think it's, again, imperative we keep our eyes upon this ETH Bitcoin chart. And if this starts to break out, which, we've got the etchings of a bit of a breakout, Ethereum starting to outperform Bitcoin. Is it going to be the ETF? And here's the other main point I wanted to bring up regarding the ETH trade. They're saying that the adoption of the Ethereum ETF is going to be a lot easier for the institutions. Why is that? Well, Ethereum is a technology, right, with a revenue formula. It's called gas fees, and people need to use their gasoline for their car to buy and sell and trade ERC20 tokens. That's what you're going to have to do. So CoinMarketCap, why is this important? Why could this be one of the easiest trades through the end of the year? Well, market cap 376. I just turned $140 into $1,300 over the last 2 weeks. Yes, it's possible in the land of cryptocurrency. My name is Chris Mitchell. I am the CEO of Cryptocurrencies, and I'm bringing you this video because I'm going to give you some really good information on how to buy, sell, and trade digital currency. Now, you've probably heard about a lot of people making a lot of money in crypto, but you don't feel safe or intelligent enough to make the investment. That's why I created Bitcoin 101, how to stack sats using technical analysis. It's the crypto trader's dream to starting your crypto journey. It's absolutely free. All you gotta do is click on the link in the description below and we will get you your free guide today. Billion with a B. It's almost a $500 million in market cap. I wonder if we can look at that on the chart. Market cap, all time. So still has not made a new all-time high for this bull season. And to me, that shows, shorter term with the ETH ETF getting approved around the corner. With 40% of, I believe, don't quote me on this, 40% of the Ethereum supply is staked. So 40% of 120 million, let's say 60 million tokens, 70 million tokens are available to purchase out there, which I'm sure it's not that much. Anyways, I don't want to do the math, but stake supply, upgrades, which are, burning Ethereum, ETH ETF, just for Ethereum to get back to its high, and it is making higher lows, still maintaining the uptrend on the daily time frame. I do like this. I do start to like this. So if we start to see Bitcoin dominance come down, ETH Bitcoin start to break out, that could be an early warning sign that Ethereum is about to outperform Bitcoin. And so could some of the altcoins associated with Ethereum. I'll go over a few at the end here that I think could benefit from a bit of a interesting trade setup, which is brewing right now. And yeah, what a bit of a fake out here this morning. I personally wasn't trading it. I watched it. I'm glad. I think I actually would have, I mock traded the event and I would have done very well. But anyways, Bitcoin dominance coming down on the daily time frame. Volatility is low. If we get expansion and we start to lose that 200, wow, that 200 is just such a beautiful thing that I'm just starting to use for my trading a little bit more. So my point on ETH, especially once we break the trend and get a retest, right? The breakout is real if you get a breakout retest, right? So just to get to the all-time high from where we are at today for Mr. Ethereum would be 55%, not bad. Not bad. In fact, what would the trade setup look like if you wanted to front run it? And again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but by the way, the exchange we are partnering with right now, Blowfin, there's a link in the description below. There's no KYC. It is a great opportunity. If you want to start to learn how to trade, you can check us out at cryptcourses.com. There's a link in the description below. Learn, what risk to reward is, what a trade setup is, what a strategy is, all in there, program for you, and pretty delightful and loving little package. Anyways, stop losses go. Yeah, I'd like to see it come down one more time, personally. Grab this liquidity one more time. For me, I'm not ready to say that low is in, but what would disagree with me? Bullish divergence. Definitely bullish divergence. More strong, more identifiable. From this low. No, that is a lower low. Higher low. Bang. Lower low. Two drives. Really want to see one more. And this to get out of the bullish control zone. Oh, look at this as well. The RSI trend line. A lot of people don't know this, but you can draw trend lines on the good old RSI. And you can see where the measure move, in fact, would be. And how would I draw this? For the RSI, this is the relative strength index, and I don't see any really, apparent trend lines, falling pizza, falling wedge. I'm not seeing much. Maybe you drawn in as a regression, looking at that as a falling wedge, and yeah, if we do breakout retest, that would look good for a bounce. But short term, it does look like they're taking out some liquidity to the downside, which is nice. And what else did I want to bring upon myself here, as I've got some good little trades running? I think we're going to check in on Pepe, Pepe the Friendly Frog. Massive weekly bearish dip, 1-2. We are already tapping in. Wow, this one could really get going to the downside if Bitcoin does not pick itself back up. The party could temporarily be over for Mr. Pepe. Super, this one absolutely got crushed. I think this one, if we could reclaim the range low here at 55, that would look good for a bit of a bounce. The other ones I wanted to bring up. So the ETH trade, right? So what coins will benefit from a ETH trade? Perhaps I will go over that tomorrow, but two of them, definitely Aave and Compound. These are DeFi protocols that allow decentralized lending, and I do want to check in on these really quick. Comp. And short trade got stopped out on this one, so that's good. Okay. Remove. Daily needs to reclaim that 200 and kick on a positive support vibe. So, right now, if you look at Compound, we are probably coming in right in the buy zone. This is the discount window, right? So we're looking at this whole area as a range. In fact, we could probably take a look at it more on this zone. So easy way to look at things is discount versus premium. Anything below the 50% is you're buying in the discount zone. Anything above is premium. That's where those institutions typically sell. And I do believe Compound will get to the premium zone this year. It reached it once, tapped it for a little love tap. And what you got to realize with the altcoins, it's not going to take a lot to get these to bump 60, 70, 80%. Rune is a perfect example. Just for a retest of the support line and a retest of that 200 SMA, which at some point is going to happen, you would look at Rune for a 50% bounce on that one. Ordi, how much had Ordi is getting the breakdown retest on the daily. Brett is another one to keep your eyes on. Again, meme coins are probably going to get schlacked here. So Brett on base, if Coinbase starts to promote this one, this has been one of the rock stars of the market, but it is currently getting rejected. Again, a lot depends on Bitcoin here. If Bitcoin does reject and head down to our $52,000 level, you know, you'd expect some of these altcoins to really start to feel the pain in a sense. On the other side, if Bitcoin, you know, reclaims 60,000 bucks, you know, you're going to see these things pop, you know, 40, 50%. Cas BTC is something to keep your eyes on if you're a Casper fan. Casper the Friendly Ghost. No, this is a Ghost protocol, Ghost DAG protocol. And in fact, this one is quite popular out there and outperforming against Bitcoin. So, you know, you got the higher lows and higher highs on the daily time frame. Casper has been, you know, and I would look for buying opportunities along this trend line or maybe around that 200 SMA if it is going to come back down. EOS, EOS, not the one I wanted. Sui absolutely got crushed, but looks like it is going to get a retest of the trend line. A lot of the altcoins are bouncing. Some are bouncing a lot harder. Mr. Doggy lost the trend, and you know, maybe one more swipe lower. TON BTC. TON has been outperforming Bitcoin. This is the other one to keep your eyes upon. Crown absolutely got crushed. This is the horse racing game. Link absolutely getting crushed. Short trade setup did get hit. That's what they look like. Link, what do I got to say about Mr. Chainlink? The real world asset narrative. So that's the different narratives out there. You got the ETH trade, real world assets, which are pumping up right now. Ondo being one of them, which is looking a little bit more bearish. And we said, look, anywhere, as long as we're below here, you know, we're going to favor the downside. But with the way Mr. OM popped up here today, OM and Ondo are the two big plays I've been following here. This one looks like it's got a little bit more to go here at 123, but again, I don't want to be buying any giant green candles. I want to be selling up here and then buying at a lower level somewhere along the you know, bottom side of the trend line here, which again, depending upon Bitcoin, this one is pumping while the rest of the market is dumping. So who knows what's in light for this one. Link Stacks also was a bit of an outlier today, up 7%. Stacks is the beta play on Bitcoin, so stack your stacks. Coming back into resistance, I'd watch out for a rejection here, definitely. With another meme coin getting on the receiving ends of a dump party. Absolute dump party. And let's bring this trade setup in here to our eyes, as I think I might actually get it. So this just a little bit of a trade strategy I've been working on for some shorter term scalps here on Mr. Solana. Lots of liquidity there. Very, very fun little market to get yourself into. Anyways, back onto all the chores of the day. So Matt Haugen, Bitcoin Guide to Blockchain. I mean, this guy was really smart. He's talking about the ETF inflows for the gold ETF were like year over year after year of, it was like 7 years of more inflows, right? So just imagine Bitcoin, you know, it's already had the most successful ETF launch in history. These, you know, call them regulators or whatever you want to call them. And wow, just looking at the bearishness on this one, we did call out that massive try to the downside, see if we are going to hit it on whiff. You know, whiff definitely has, you know, further downside. What's a lower low look like? Well, I think we're about to find out for Mr. Whiff. How's our Wen coin? Wen absolutely getting slacked, almost coming down to our target. Solana's been holding it up, guys, holding it up, but it's about to lose that Purple 200. And I did want to bring this up as well. What did I just do? 4 hour Solana? We got, geez, what did I just do? It's 1 minute time frame. Are we there? Are we going to get the test with a bearish retest? I do think so. I do think so. So I am thinking one more leg down on Solana, but I could be wrong. We've already had kind of 3 waves in this Elliott wave. You know, 1 break consolidation, 2 break consolidation, 3 consolidation. Are we going to get a 3rd wave down? Or a 4th wave down? That could be, I think, more apparent if we look at this 15-minute time frame. 15-minute downtrend is broken. We've got a couple higher lows coming in here. And a big retest if we are going to make it all the way back up to glory. I think the target I had on the bubbles here on the liquidation level. So we did Crypto Fear and Greed Index. We did the ETH ETF, could launch July 15th. We did the Ethereum price to the all-time highs, 55% from where we're at today. It's not guaranteed to go up from here, but if the results are anything in comparison to what the Bitcoin ETF did, I'd suggest that things probably go well for Ethereum based on that. Okay. Could be wrong. Again, could be very, very wrong. Bonk. Bonk is getting the sledgehammer right now on the 15-minute time frame, and I would expect that to continue. Bonk kind of had a chance to, it completed the W, right? W, bang, okay. Now, what do we have on the other side as volatility is, this is just a 15-minute time frame. It is ticking back up, so maybe one more leg down, perhaps. Perhaps. All right, I think I've covered everything. Liquidation levels, I wanted to bring that up as well. And that's why I still have a little bit lower target on Solana, that's what I was bringing up here. Sorry, it's a long one today, guys. Make sure you play things on fast forward so you don't have to sit here for the whole fun time where I am going through the charts and looking at my things here. But 4-hour bearish divergence. Got another bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour. And how many drives of bearish divergence? Call it, are these highs? There was a high, yeah. Okay. Is that a lower high? Nope, that's a higher high. We only got 1 drive. 1 drive gets you a shot to the 21, or to the 9, which we've probably already hit. Let's see, get our favorite chart back on here, Purple 200, all in like Flynn, and you'd have to look at it from a divergence angle, probably coming back from this high right here and seeing these are a slew of lower highs, but the RSI is making higher highs. That is coming all the way back from this area right here. So that could bring us down to the range lows. Yeah, that's mainly my thoughts here. Unless Solana can reclaim the white 200 simple, any kind of a 4-hour back above 146, pressure's onto the downside. And short term, I do think Solana is going to create a little buying opportunity maybe right in the zone of peace and prosperity at about 130 bucks. So let's check in on our zone here over the next day or so. And it does look like we want to get a retest at the green 55. Hourly is trying to put in a bounce on this 200. So if we lose this on the hourly, that'll be another great little warning sign that the downside trade is going to continue. And I missed my little entry. Dang it. Can I get my entry? Market. Anyways, got that little entry. Anyways, have yourself a blessed and highly favored day. Make sure you drop a comment in the link in the description below and ask any questions you might have. Join us on Discord. Come back tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and have yourself a blessed day.